We know COVID has changed the world, but as we close the curtain on the pandemic, we need to find stories where things won't just change back. In other words, we're looking for permanent transformations. Take the digitization of the bond markets. Until last year, bond trading remained stubbornly analog. Think phone calls or in-person transactions. We knew this business would go electronically eventually, which is why I started pounding the table on Tradeweb markets, the electronic securities marketplace, when it came public a couple of years ago. But that story went into overdrive when COVID shut down the trading floors. I got behind this one in the mid-30s. Now it's at 81. And I wouldn't be surprised if it has a lot more upside because Tradeweb keeps reporting record monthly transaction volumes. Once you go digital, why would anybody go back? But don't take it from me. Let's dig deeper with Olesky. He's the co-founder and CEO of Tradeweb Markets to get a better sense of where his company's headed. Mr. Olesky, welcome to Mad Money.
Thanks, Jim. Real pleasure to be with you.
Okay, so Lee, you know we've been a big supporter of yours from the days when actually you were focused on rates trading. But you've got a much more diverse platform right now. I'm talking about rates, credit, equities, including ETFs. So I want you to introduce yourselves to people who watch about how you're a much bigger company than when you started and how you're taking a lot of share and a lot of names.
Yeah, well, look, it's been a run for us. We started the business 1997. We actually raised $8 million in capital and started trading in 98. Started in the Treasury market. We were the first firm to actually allow institutions to trade over the internet Treasury markets. And over the last 20 years, what we've been doing is adding asset classes and expanding our reach really around the world, so that now we have this vast network of customers connected up to Tradeweb, trading in all sorts of different asset classes. So while we started in rates, we've moved on. We have credit now, we have money markets, we have derivatives, we have ETFs. And we have this broad network of 2,500 institutions trading all these different products. But I would say, what our real differentiator as a company has been over these 20 plus years is the people in the company, and what I like to think of as collaborative innovation. And it's this innovation where we've been building new functionality, new bits of software that allow our customers to trade more easily electronically in what are fairly complex markets. So this innovation is really the biggest driver.
But let me ask you something. You got a competitor in Market Access, and they've been on a number of times. What's your advantage over them?
Yeah, I think the Tradeweb advantages are in part some of what's been happening in the markets in terms of digitization, and that applies to everybody. But the core of what we do is this very diverse offering. So we trade now, roughly $1 trillion a day. That's the average for the first 5 months of this year. It's a vast market with a lot of different instruments, and our customers like the fact that we can offer things in rates and in credit and ETFs and derivatives. So this diversity is a big advantage that we have. The other thing we have is we've been doing this for 20 plus years, so we have a huge network of customers, 2,500 institutions that are integrated into our software and our markets. And that allows us to extend into new asset classes and new regions. We're actually in over 65 countries around the world. So the combination of all of these factors it gives us a big advantage.
All right, so Lee, I want to talk about something that is important to our viewers and really important to me, which is the Climate Bonds Initiative. This is a new world. And if you're not on board, frankly, go home. Tell me about this Climate Bonds Initiative, because I think it's very significant.
Yeah, it is. It's an important thing for our people, our employees, our investors, and our clients. And if you look at the numbers in climate bonds in sort of the ESG space, that number has surged for us. So we're starting to put out these numbers, but if you look at last year, so 2020 compared to 19, we had a 60% increase in the amount of those bonds that have been traded electronically. So what we've been trying to do is focus on this in a genuine way that's related to Tradeweb. And we're an electronic bond network, so we're trying to highlight those bonds. I think last year our numbers were over 80 billion that we were trading in terms of just climate-related bonds. We think that number is going to continue to grow, and we're trying to do things at Tradeweb to support the attention, the focus, and the ease with which you would have in getting in and out of those bonds.
Wait, well, who does the bonds? I'm sure our viewers at home are saying, well, listen, I mean, I want to own a climate. Really, I'm saying they'll probably say, I want to own a climate bond or climate bond fund. Who does it? Who issues it? And why should we trust it or think it's a good investment?
Yeah, interestingly, it's a wide range of both companies, so corporate bonds, but also governments now. Governments around the world are starting to issue bonds that are focused on climate-related activities. So what we're starting to see is there's more issuers, there's more focus and attention. And I think one of the interesting things about Tradeweb is we have all the different client segments on the market. So in addition to having this breadth of all fixed income instruments, from government bonds to credit bonds to derivatives and ETFs, we also have a very diverse client segment base. So we have the wholesale markets, we have institutional markets, and we even have retail markets, the financial advisors who can access bonds on Tradeweb directly. So it's out there for everyone. I think it's a question of getting comfortable with it, getting comfortable with the credit that's associated with the offering, and then just education.
And finally, your tie-up with Amazon Web Services Data Exchange seems to be, to me, a differentiator.
Yeah. Well, look, there's no doubt that the cloud is a big part of the future for everybody, and we're spending a lot of time, our team, and focusing on it and how we can best deliver into the cloud for our customers, because we know that that's the future. We know where things are going. And so we've started with Amazon. We're looking at a lot of other options in terms of how we can deliver essentially our data and our transaction capability to meet our customers in the cloud, so you can reduce the amount of hardware you have, the amount of metal you have, which, by the way, is a positive for the environment, but it's also a real efficiency, and it's absolutely the future. So I think there's a lot more to come on how the markets will be interfacing with the cloud. We're talking to customers about it all the time. So people aren't going back to the way they before.
They're not going back to the way they were before the pandemic, are they?
No, I don't think so, Jim. I think it's, look, the fact is the digitization is a trend, a secular trend that's been happening throughout a lot of different industries, as you're well aware. It will continue in the bond markets. There will be more and more digitization. And look, we trade on our system, we trade $1 trillion a day. The markets that are part of our system trade $6 trillion a day.
There you go.
So we're still just touching the edge of this.
Well, I think it's, we think it's a great secular growth story. We said this from the day you came public. Olesky, co-founder and CEO of Tradeweb, TW. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Jim.
Look, this is a cut and dried story. You used to pick up the phone and you say, listen, I want to buy bonds. That's a silly way, right? Now you just do this over Tradeweb. Everybody makes a lot of money. They have money back here. Right.